how to overcome anxiety. We all have this, isn't it? Fears, anxiety of what is happening around us, and how do we take this? How do we come out of this? Let's understand this. Fears and anxieties are very common. Everybody face it. Everyone in their life, some point or the other, have experienced this. So if you have this anxiety with you or fear with you, do not worry. You are not alone, and everyone faces this. Many of us know how to manage it, but few would not know, and in the process we crush ourselves. My attempt in this video is to help you understand it in more clear way so that we can deal with it much better way than in any other situation. If you find value in this content, please like, share and subscribe to this channel. There's going to be a lot more learnings coming on your way. In this video, I'm going to talk about 7 tips that will help you face this anxiety and win out of this, right? Come out of this in a very easy and simple way to survive. The first tip is understand your anxiety. See, there is a reason, there's a purpose, there's a source from where this anxiety arises. It's important for us to give that little time to understand from where is it coming, what is it triggering this anxiety, and when you focus there, you would understand what is actually happening. There is a rule of 50-50, If you know the problem, half of your problem is solved, and when you start taking action on it, it works for the other half. It's as simple as it is. So the first tip is understand the source of your anxiety. From where is it coming? What is it triggering it? Why is it that you are feeling anxious at this point of time? Tip number 2, stay informed. In these current situations, current pandemic times, so much is going around. If you switch on the news channel, you know so much of news, so much of bad news all around. People have just dumped you with more and more and more information, which you might not really need. Over information will actually create this anxiety. So stay informed, but don't overdo it. You need to always know what is happening around. You should never run away from this. But at the same time, don't overdo this. Look at your news channel for a moment. Like if you see it for 30 minutes, maybe it's the same 5 minutes kind of a content that keeps coming to you again and again, and then this impacts a lot on you, and you'll slowly feel anxious. It's important that you should stay informed, but limit yourself of not overtaking this information. Tip number 3, accept the situation. The situation which you are in, you need to see what is actually happening and accept it. You would find out there are certain things which you are in your control and certain things which are not in your control. Things that are not in your control, nothing you can do. So there is no point worrying about it again and again and increasing your pressure, right? Increasing stress, and that will create a lot of anxiousness in you. See things that you can control. For example, you might be seeing news that so many COVID cases, your entire locality has this many people have infected, this many people have lost their lives. You have no control on it. But what you have control on it is on yourself. Are you following all the protocols? Are you managing yourself well? Are you equipped yourself with the mask, with the sanitization, and you are following all the norms? See what is it that you can control and work on it. Things that you cannot control, it's okay. Nothing can be done from your end. So stay informed, but don't worry. Accept the situation. Tip number 4, stop what ifs. We have so much of what ifs in your mind. Let me tell you a small, it's not a story, but everyone would have experienced this. In your school, when you are a kid, right? And you have to submit your homework, and unfortunately you have not done that, and you're seeing that your teacher is asking one by one about their homework and punishing them accordingly. How do you feel? So much of fear, so much of anxiety until your turn comes. And when it comes to you, you would understand it's not that difficult, that complicated. Maybe you would have got a small punishment, or you got a chance to do one more time. It's that simple. See, the problem is our mind runs here and there. When we say thinking about what ifs is all like, what if I get COVID? What if I get hospitalized? What if I don't get oxygen? What if I don't do this? What if? Stop all these what ifs. If this really happens, we will see how to deal with it. More than fear itself, right? That fear of that coming to us is much important. Like I tell people, it's more than the virus. The fear of virus is what creating anxiety in people. So it's important for you to stop your what ifs. Tip 5, think about extreme. Yes, this might sound a little contradictory to the earlier one, but this works in a very different way. Think extreme and see where are you at this moment of time. For example, so much of anxiety with regard to COVID is happening. What is the extreme? Maybe I will die. But then if you think of the extreme and you see where am I at this moment, you would feel much confident and clear that yes, you are in much better a position. Your anxiety levels will come down. So it always works, or most of the time it works when you think extreme and then immediately see your current situation. You'll always find yourself in a better position than ever. So think extreme. Tip number 6, stay connected. I know we have lockdowns, we can't move with people, social distancing, all this. But social media, use it for good. Connect with all your friends. Connect with people whom you really care about. Check for their well-being. Tell about how good you are feeling or whatever is your current feeling at this time. Stay connected with people. Talk to them. Understand each other. This will create a lot of ease in you. It will reduce your stress, and you'll also be able to help to reduce pressure, stress and anxiety of so many other people whom you really care about. Stay connected in social media. Tip number 7. Stay away from FOMO, fear of missing out. You would not be able to get everything that you really wanted in your life, but you definitely get something. Because of worrying things that you don't get, you would stop missing the fun of what you really have. It's okay to miss certain things. You would have your own time to get those things back. So stop yourself from getting into that fear of missing out something. Work on what you really have and see how well you can take it, how well you can nurture it, how well you can bring this up and use it towards your success, and this will reduce a lot of anxiety. Don't get trapped in the FOMO. Always remember, anxiety is a very common thing. Everyone feels it. But if you know how to manage it, if you know how to effectively use it for your advantage, you can work towards it. Follow these simple 7 steps. I'm sure you will be able to overcome anxiety. Stay tuned with me for a lot more content on these lines. Stay happy and stay blessed and happy learning.